Hello and welcome to the training on the Emotional Catch, Observe, and Release model. My name is Kelsey and I'm going to be giving you the tools and information you need to train your department on the basics of this model and the effectiveness of it both professionally and personally. The Emotional Catch, Observe, and Release model is designed to help you manage your triggers in an emotionally intelligent manner that is also aligned with your core values. We will get into the breakdown of this here in a minute. Before we dive too deep into this model, I want to first talk about what emotional intelligence means. And according to Greaves from TalentSmart, emotional intelligence is your ability to recognize and understand your emotions and your skill at using this awareness to manage yourself and your relationships with others. The Emotional Catch, Observe, and Release model, also known as E-Core, can be utilized in both your personal and professional life. This model is said to leave a person feeling empowered and in control of their emotions. So where does this model fit in? Well, the E-Core model is a great tool for emotional intelligence. Using this model, you are able to catch those triggers that cause an emotional hijack. When we talk about an emotional hijack, we're actually talking about something that causes our rational brain to shut down, making us act before we think. It is referred to as an emotional hijack because our action is emotional based instead of logic based. The E-Core model teaches our brain to recognize the triggers and catch the emotion before it gets to that hijack point. So why don't we break it down a bit? The trigger is the first step in the E-Core model, and it is going to be the perceived threatening event. The second step is catching the emotion. So what type of mood is evoked? Third is observing the emotion. So this is when you're going to pause and feel the emotion. And things like palms sweating, body aches, clenching of the jaw, those types of things are going to be evoked. Next is naming the feeling, and this is where you're going to use the emotional vocabulary list and the note of the intensity level, and these are going to be provided for you for your training. After that, you're going to question the feeling, and these questions are going to be provided for you as well, but one of them would be what unmet need is being triggered. And last is releasing the emotion. Do you understand the complete issue that is happening? And more of these questions are going to be provided as well. So let's get to the training. This training gives people a chance to see how the E-Core model can be beneficial in a professional setting and also help a person assess the situation that is triggering their emotions. So we're going to go through this training briefly, and I'm going to provide the training materials that you need to utilize and give you the instructions as well. The Emotional Catch, Observe, and Release model training will take your department anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, depending on size of group. Please prepare longer time if needed. There will be 2 videos watched during this training. The first will be a situation where the E-Core model is used, but you won't be told the triggers. And the second will show you the full picture. Have everyone take notes during the first video on what is occurring, and afterwards have breakout sessions of 3 to 4 people, depending on the group size, to discuss further. Come back as a group and watch the second video, which will show you the trigger and emotion being evoked. After both videos are watched, have them go through the activities, and they can see just how those can be used in their own life situations and relate to the videos they just watched. We encourage departments to follow up after the training to see if their staff is using the model in life and how it's benefiting them. This training can be done every few months or once a year, depending on the need, and is a great tool for understanding your own emotional intelligence.